가자. 어디로 가야 돼? 입구.
Over
성
here,
입구.
sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching to share a moment together.
맨 아래. 성 입구.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? Cause you're the answer.
나중에 볼 수 있으면 되려고? 집에 가신다고? 집에 가신 거야?
그런가
미안,
봐.
우리가 게임 너무 집중했어.
못 봤다.
여기도 뭐 있는데?
용왕구덩이.
영화성이 안 찍혀.
찍혀있던데? 아까 웨이포인트 보니까.
영화구동이 뭐야? 불따위 겁나 아프다. 쟁이
뭔가 두피.
아 물마법 마스터를 배우고 싶은데 아 나 레벨 15 됐으니까 하나 배울 수 있다.
배울 수 있어?
어 마스터 안 돼가지고 못 배운 거 있었어. 근데 이거 못 받고
오, 강이요?
야 공격이 40%구나. 다행이네. 야 11포인트 사용해.
야, 한 번 쓰면 끝나네?
전투당 딱 한 번 사용.
My blood turns to ice within my veins!
This entire place is splattered
다가온다.
in blood. Someone must really dislike innocence.
So much blood lost, squandered. Why?
색깔이 변해.
오, 뭐지?
되게 있어 보이지?
Another human
색깔이 좀
here to
변하는데?
end me? Away with you!
눈덩이.
So much blood lost, squandered.
활제자.
Why?
오 잠깐만.
뭐 있어?
The void is coming for me.
여기까지.
Another
오,
human
활시랑
here
활제자.
to end me.
뭔가 두 개 합치면은 활
Away
나오나?
with
그럴 수도
you.
있겠다. 딱 조합이 딱 두 개니까.
해볼까?
The void is coming for me.
되는 거면은 뭐라 뜨겠지. 제조가 낮아서 뭐 안 된다고 이런 식으로.
So much blood lost, squandered. Why?
여기 있다.
한시.
So much
아이
blood
뭐야? 목숨이야.
squandered. Away with you, damned reaper! Take your scythe to grain!
너고요.
The bane of all life-loving souls. The humans, they wanted Lord Boreas's great starstone, so they fashioned him a staff, the elemental staff. It makes him
인프아네가 맛이
king,
간
for
거구나.
it's so glad was he with
보레아스가
power. Yet
인프였어?
another bane that we were given to the
오레스네
human
말해주시오.
castle in the
그거는 그 영원하고
dungeon.
있다.
The fortress,
영원한
fear not.
죽었네. 여기 어딘가에 어쨌든 그 문을 열 수 있는 해본 필요 없어.
그래서 안 먹었단 말이야?
안 먹었어.
한번 먹어볼까?
먹어봐.
이게 어쨌든 결국은 다 효과가 있는 거니까 한 개씩 다 먹어볼까?
효과가 없는 건 먹어봐야지.
힘 속도. 아, 힘 마이너스 1이야. 이건 무슨 칩이 마이너스 1?
뭐 치즈?
피자가 힘이 플러스 1이네. 성원은 뭘까?
대단한.
I see
이거
these
좋다.
little meetings are becoming something of a
여기 있어.
habit, Source Hunter. I believe
제
this
피가
pet
필요하네.
theory of mine might hold water after. Do you feel it? The links between us.
원래 얘부터 만났어야 되는 거 아니야?
그런 걸 수도 있어.
It's
얘를
as though
만
we stand
이쪽을 먼저
opposite
만나고 그 다음에
ends of
글로 가서 했어야 되는
and the
건지 몰라.
space between is
그러니까.
rapidly falling away.
여기서 끝내자.
And here I believed I was starting to reach you. My foolish optimism bears yet, but I do believe we agree on one particular.
끝난다고? 서로 싸우는 게 리아들.
Heed the void's call. Offer your souls to the demons that beckon you. Charming of a star
왜 몇이야?
to send her scouts upon me. But no matter. The blood
얘는 여기를 먼저 만나서 리안드라를 좁혔어야 되는데.
그러니까.
가능하면 한번 써볼까? 가능하게.
써보던지.
Even a little helps.
여기 너무 좋아.
잔뜩 모아야지. 주변시.
이거 모으고 있다가 끝나는 거 아니겠지?
그럴 수도 있어. 에헤이.
결국 걔 도망갔어?
없어 내 도망갔어.
아니 무슨 맞짱을 뜨기로 했는데. 여기를 먼저 하셔야겠다.
그러니까 레벨 스크롤 여기가 먼저 하는 게.
I think I'll go for the eyes this time.
팔폭탄!
빵. 귀여워.
I'm furious! Toxic vibe!
이렇게 써야겠다.
썰! 보자 한번. 마스터의 마법.
빵! 모습 있어.
아 뭔가 너무 뒤에다 쏜 것 같은 느낌인데 지금.
제대로 맞질 않았는데.
너무 뒤에다 쏘는 것 같은 느낌이야.
아, 뭔가 제대로 안 맞았는데. 두 방 정도 맞은 것 같은데.
그러니까
뭉쳐있는 데는 나쁘지 않겠다.
저런 데도 한번 먹을만하다.
근데 역시 지능이 딸려가지고.
그러니까.
미끄러졌어. 아, 땅도 깔리니까.
아이 허접한 놈들 진짜.
Would you care to hear a little tale?
지능 높아서 얻은 거 100%만 돼도.
그러네. 공개만 다 시켜도.
한마디 어디 갔어?
몰라? 죽은 거야 설마?
아, 나 또 죽는다. 아, 추워가지고, 씨.
힘 딸려. 아 쓰러진 건가? 쓰러졌네. 미끄러져가지고. 쓰러진 애를 때려? 가까이 가서. 히린드. 치명타.
Oh, how I'll
sing of your entrails.
그런 얘기를 할 정도로 세지가 않아.
맞아.
네가 그런 얘기를 할 정도로 세지가 않아.
버프!
됐다.
예.
Through the gauntlet with pleasure.
오. 오. 치명타.
마무리! 예.
Another starstone, another piece of ourselves perverted towards Leandra's will.
우리 진짜 뿌리칠 수
These
없다.
stones may be valuable to us, but they are not us ourselves. Leandra cannot stop us from hunting her down.
미안한데 우리의 정체를 뒤를 수 없어. 우리는 그런 사냥꾼이고 우리 힘을 리벌리 옆으로 무엇을 제거하는 거야.
Nothing Leandra might do could shake our identities.
물질적.
저기가 물질적이야.
저게 물질적이야.
오, 역장 유해중.
오.
이거 뭔가 어디선가 쓰는 건가 봐.
아 이게 그 문 저 여는 거 아니에요 설마? 여기 왕문 억셀로브 놀라운 공기스트 알아야지.
오, 야,
화살 초건 중요하지. 가자.
별거 없네.
왕의 성으로 갑시다.
사과 주스.
게임만 하고
하면 된다.
I trade my gauntlets for a hot drink.
마법 써버려.
역장. 어디 갔어?
저기 있다. 역장 우회 주문.
읽기.
With this incantation, we can pass the force field that bars the way.
Force field brims with a
그런가?
thousand
해비한
distant
저항자들에게서
voices.
얻은 주문을
The
말합니다.
voices sound plea.
이거 뭐야? 68,000 남았다.
16은 만들겠네요.
이거 16은 만들겠다.
아닌가? 그리고 여기서 싱겁게 끝날 수도 있는데?
이거 마지막이면은 모자라 또.
There thou art, the upstart that seeketh to upset the harmony
전
of
그냥
thine
눈이
eye.
싫습니다.
Tis a pity thou dost, intruder, for
이
thou
요정이
shalt
무슨 짓을
stay
한 거요?
very. I have marcheth to the gallows. I Why behind how they mocketh me, my brother seasons? Thou art the ugliest quarter. They say it to my frozen
어떻게
face.
세신한테 형제들을 이긴 겁니까?
The bit is easy when thou hast but to wish upon a well.
아, 우물에 손을 밀었다고?
Deliver to thee the power of chaos.
차가운 내 귀
It doth whisper. The
귀에
demon straight into my wintry
한여자를
wit.
보내주었대.
The woman is the stone and stars. No more doth she
리안드라를
ask of me.
보내거구나.
The stone and blood of imps. In return,
이
she
스태프를
giveth unto me this stuff. Strong are they, these immaculates. Stronger than thee.
뭐야, 우물 나쁜 놈이야?
For
뭐.
thy wield the powers of darkest demons.
그러네?
리안드라를
And stronger than
보내는
thee I am too. The Lord of all the seasons.
수단
To whom
인정합시다.
I, Avatar, I. Thou hast traveled far and delved.
네가 죽을 거야.
생각보다 세.
우리도 하이온 술사가 있다고 지금.
화염술!
이거 뭐야 이거? 마법으로 열을 발생시켜 하염 데미지를 줍니다.
따뜻한 상태가 될 확률이
좀 있다. 어이씨, AP 7이났어?
겁나 힘든 기술이야.
어,
되게 허접해 보이는 기술인데.
무슨 AP를 7이났어? 바닥 뚫려 있어가지고 기름이 안 돼. 이거 어처구니가.
뭐야?
면역이야?
아니 이게 말이 돼?
그냥 패야겠구나.
그러면 안 되겠지?
바닥을 만들어줄까?
Thou shalt have a taste, Avatar, of the cold dead breath
다 얼렸어.
Chaos.
소환했다. 원래 대대로
맞아,
보스
보스는
소환 모법은
항상 소환하지.
난 동결의 면역이라는
아, 불이 안 깬단 말이지.
불 땅에다 깔아버려. 어차피 뭐지? 저거보다 불이 더 난 것 같아. 넘어지는 거 짜증나.
아씨,
안 돼.
음악하고 있어. 안 깔,
불이 안 붙어?
안 깔려. 너무 추워서 안 깔리나봐 이거.
그런가 보네.
그냥 패야겠네. 가라 폭탄 맛.
Remote control chaos.
바닥 가는 건 안 되는 거.
어이가 없네.
히린드!
Eternal silence awaits.
이게 바로 버프 받은 힐인드다 임마.
질러버려 그냥. 해는 것이 낫겠다. 터져라 그냥 바로.
터져라 빵!
얼음정령 사망.
가까이 붙어 필살기?
먹여주자.
되게 맞는 모습이 웃긴다.
아 역시 왕이라 그런지 피는 많구만 아주.
이거 너무 많이.
무기야 이거. 질풍! 오, 치명타로 들어갔어.
치량만 많아? 치량만 많아.
맞아?
허접이야 허접.
부적.
Magical armor always fits perfectly.
볼만한 게 뭐가 있나? 에이. 뭐야, 블루 바꿨어. 오, 뭐야. 양속성이야?
무슨 놈이네.
그래가지고 물이 안 통한 거야?
저거네?
Take a bit, I've been slow.
얼음이니까 안 되겠지.
안 되겠지. 이 정도면 비참한데?
씨가 쳤어. 왕 데미지 다 왔으니까 됐어.
비나 떨굴까?
비!
번개전이?
번개전이. 번개.
와, 쏠까? 아휴, 모르겠다. 이거 신경 쓰지 말고 그냥 패자.
때려버려!
하는 게 훨씬 나아. 쟤 연속 올렸어?
뭐야, 불타잖아.
도망갔다. 부대정령,
장기철 막.
부대정령 장난 아니야.
아니,
나
그래요?
동결됐어.
동물렸어?
빨리 그냥 쏴서 죽여.
그러자.
그게 더 나아. 뭐 이상한 거 쓸 필요가 없어.
잘 비켜라. 뭐야, 죽었잖아.
나한테 반사 데미지 맞고 죽었어.
끝났네.
얼마나 진행된 거냐고? 아니 우리가 맵 하나를
맞아. 통째로 넣어.
그대로
안 하고 있었어.
버리고 왔더라고. 그래가지고 엄청 어려운 거였어. 그래가지고
I need to
지금
dry off.
그 맵으로 와가지고
오.
정령 스텝.
Striking it rich!
Oh, hero,
오.
'tis I, the Sun.
여두망이야.
Holy do I. Hey, quit shoving. Knock out of the way. It's Lurian's turn. Well, I thought the day would never come. Thanks for giving old Carrot Face the great mount.
얘네 둘을 그 해방해달라고 그런 거였구나.
아, 그런가 보다. 당신들을 해방할 수
I'll
있습니다.
answer that. We are the sovereigns of the seasons, kind.
겨울의 왕이었던 정신 나간
And
형제로.
we thank you for saving us from our rather deranged brother, the one-time
아, 제가
king
겨울의 왕이었는데 얘네들 저거 하면서 겨울이 된 거구나.
of the Sun Kingdom. These are my siblings. Sir we overheard a crafty little imp
부활한
named
입주가
Genius tell
부활했을
Boreas that the staff can only be destroyed where it was created.
정령 대련소.
The elemental forge.
부셔주고 가야 돼?
Better the crackle of embers than this
정령
idiot
대련소.
blustering. Cover your ears, hero. Nothing whips up a flame like a wild wind. The elemental forge, hero. It's the only.
근데 얘를 이걸 해방해줘야 다음이 진행되겠네.
그러네.
찾아봅시다. 정령제로서가 어딘지 여기네. 가까운 데였어.
이미 갔다 온 데네.
갔다 온 데야. 용왕구도
이건 뭐지?
인정하고.
아, 얘네가 색깔이 변하는 거구나. 뭐야 이거? 얘네한테 하면은 버프가 걸린다.
오, 버프를 줘? 저항력 올려주는 건가?
한계가 끝나야지만 저걸. 가는 길이 더 있네 이쪽 뒤가.
뭐야?
나한테 있어.
아, 너한테 이거 보내. 니가 와 빨리. 이거 오든지.
아니 근데 니한테 보내는 게 나을 것 같아. 그래. 어차피 부신 다음에 다시 나와야 될 거 아니야.
정령
We are free! And who is this? Can it be that a frail mortal human faced and bested?
브로소이다.
But this is no mortal I see. Strange, you take the guise of a source hunter. But I shall of course
역시 우리 옛날에 뭔가 되게 대단해야 된다.
always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. No, like fools, we waited for his pride, his hunger. We, and with us all the subjects of the
맞아.
realm of fairy, to owe you our lives, source hunter. If
하얀마녀를 찾았는데 얼음에 갇혀 있더군요.
source hunter, it would be my
오, 좋아.
sincerest
눈을 가져가게 하.
소환할 수 있다고.
take this room, and I am King Sewer of the Summit Kingdom of Caldia. But something changed in Boreas. He grew darker somehow. When our brother called the elemental seats to convene in Hyberheim, when we arrived, however, it was not Boreas who greeted us. But I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. She gave him us, contained. And in return, he gave her access to his great star stone and scores.
오케이, 굿.
We must be on our way then. The spring and autumn kingdoms will
가야지.
We are God's
이거 안 돼, 이거? 역장해도 안 돼?
역장이 되려나? 해볼까? 역장 그게 없는 것 같은데. 아닌데?
광신 보여주문 위에 거 아니야?
아 있다.
역장 보여주문. 네.
뭔가 맵은 뒤에가 있는데 먼저 저거부터 해야 되나 보다.
하얀마녀한테 가죠. 아까 그
감옥
가자.
고!
감옥 바로 있으니까. 감옥 고!
투명 안 쓰고 가도 되나?
안 걸리는데?
뭐야 이거 아무것도 아니었나 보지?
뭐야? 왜 굳이 거기 가는 거야?
아니 혹시 뭔가 해서 궁금하잖아.
딱 봐도 그거 딱 봐도 똑같이 생겼는데.
살려줘.
기다려.
야 먼저 살려주고 해도 되잖아.
The White Witch, a prisoner in ice. Now to find the
저걸
means
없앨
to
수가
free
있나?
her.
얘 정면으로밖에 못 보는구나. 딱히 뭔가 끄는 건 없네.
Nation, not even a crack.
여기 있다. 붉은 눈.
This is your white witch then. And you're sure you want to free her, are you? Even our mad boy, but I am in your debt.
Back on my feet again.
Gods, it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to entower her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
이제야 하얀 마녀를 만나네.
그러니까 힘들었다.
Ikara, you're all right? The ice, King Boreas, and your sister. What a frigid hell.
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu? My old friend, surely I have you to thank for my salvation.
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually. If not for their efforts, I'd be quite uselessly prowling around your prison.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly. Source well.
아, 자기
What
믿음을
a
정치를
motley
알고
crew we are.
얘기를 안 해줘. 가는 건 무슨 말입니까?
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. I didn't mean to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of minor mortals.
그러니까
Not at all.
당신이 하얀 마녀요?
Oh, yes, yes, I suppose I am.
예,
But I do prefer my given
상상했던 걸 다르게 되게
Ikara, that
경박받은데.
is. Charmed.
나는 좀 할머니
But I
줄
hope I
알았네.
haven't disappointed my own hero. Am I just as white
젊어.
and witchy as
그러니까.
you'd hoped?
난 되게 얌전한 성격일 줄 알았더니만 말투도.
난 약간 할머니가 줄 알았는데.
First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. My soul had withered in this prison and I might not have survived Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister... When I realized exactly where and to whom Leandra was consigning me. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake. I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas. But she has changed into someone I hardly recognize. I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain. It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philandrous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a large that terrible night. One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision. My sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor. I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Syceel's King Crab Inn.
바람 폈네.
이 내용을 알고
I
있어.
arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Councillor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor. In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away.
살리려고 한
And so
거구나.
I did the unthinkable. I used the Councillor's life to save Zandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now. If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, my own little sister, if you can imagine it. She was always the more her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source, I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Presumptuous, yes, but I'd recognize the imp's both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended its but unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time,
Hunters, you've done it! Ikara is free! We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time.
시간이 끝으로 가자고.
Warm at the soft glow of the tapestry. Ikara, now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time.
마지막 시간이
6분!
Wait to pick your every
조금만
side.
갖다 놓을까?
after you, Master
시간 틈새를
Zigzax.
일단 가자.
끝.
시간의 끝.
뭐가 떴는데? 위에
그러네.
느낌표가 떴는데 방금. 오늘도 11시 15분까지.
맞아요.
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit. Yet this case feels anything but closed.
그 마녀가 의원을 죽였어. 살인은 살인이야. 그 정도 그 이하도 아니야.
우리는 벌써 잡혀갔어?
맞아? 너무 많이 죽였어.
There's more to this crime than simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent after all.
We'll have to learn more before we can...
낭만적으로 올라갔어.
낭만적으로 올리면 안 된다고 그러지 않았니? 아닌가? 낭만적이 올라가야 된다고 그랬나?
그래, 낭만적으로 올라가지.
얘기 걸어보면 되나?
걸자.
Why, I see Master Zigzax has upgraded from his shabby
디안드라의
little
주문을
hut at the
받았습니다.
edge of the hour, from the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world. Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies. I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was an odd still. Their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters. I am, but there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us, and but what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences. Tell me, Source Hunter, in all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil? Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle? That we could be simple forest... No. I doubt also that they'd mentioned that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to... No, that would be going too far and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at... They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside. Among the trees. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree.
잘못을 했다 안 했다 그냥 그 힘을 가지고 있으면 다 죽여버리니까.
Our parents were cut down without ceremony before the source hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation was so potent that the magic within us began to weave we would survive, thrive even within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us... Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best. My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence. Witches among the trees when Xandalore... Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information. Their days were spent on charms, hexes and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and we were a content trio, the three of us. But as you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. But it was me to whom he confessed his love. Those quiet evenings, her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as my connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity weave a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra. But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these... You must venture into the inner sanctum of one of the sacred, immaculate temples in Lucula Forest. Leandra has hidden it well, but within its deepest depths you'll find a hidden library. What's inside I cannot say, but I know something of great value to her. The Immaculates are no invention of Leandra's, though styling herself as its so-called conduit is... Leandra's little cult has retaken this immaculate banner and repurposed the ancient immaculate temples after their... If the time comes that you must reveal yourself as imposter, you'll know you've reached the right place when you meet the priest who calls himself Mangoth. He protects the blood. It is he who you must ultimately defeat. I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow. What she needs is a hand. My hand, out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path. I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to... What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put us... Gods, Death Knights, this is dreadful news. Worse than I could have expected. Death Knights are a terrible sign, Source Hunter. Historically, we must learn all we can about the army she's building. Fortunately, you seem to have found a crucial piece of the puzzle, a spell that will make her dreaded knights vulnerable to attack. Excellent work. Dreadful news. My sister, the so-called conduit, seems to have sunk to deception and terror to swell her numbers. Tell what's the word, Source Hunter?
Past and present. Does that mean you know the future as well?
Alas, no. I can predict with a degree of certainty, but I cannot speak.
저하교단 거기를 해야겠네.
Time and I are one, but we must both run our course before reaching reality.
저하교단 안으로 들어가서
거기부터 해야겠네. 일단 여기까지 하고 말 한번.
There is magic to this place, isn't there? No matter how forlorn it seems.
There is magic, but it is not so much
지금 그 뭐지? 그 맵도 다 끝내질 못했어. 내일은 우물캐를 좀 해보고 어차피 낮은 곳을 빨리 도는 게 나니까. 지금 시간이 13분이라서 저장하고 꺼야겠네요.
네, 이어서 하겠습니다. 네.
이어서 하자.